I'm Andy, welcome to the Retro Asylum podcast, episode 74. We're recording here live at GEEK 2014. Let me quickly introduce my co-host. To my right we have Ali, aka the Retro Hunter. It helps if you say hello, mate. Hello! Yay! And over there, furthermore to your right, we've got one of our listeners. We have Paul. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, everybody.
And to my left, we have got Andrew.
Good evening.
Right, so first of all, I just want to thank the organisers of GEEK, basically, because we're really excited to be performing our live show. This is episode 74. If you haven't heard our show before, you can check us out on iTunes. And yeah, we talk about retro gaming, and this is the perfect place for us to come down and record an episode of the podcast. Now, first of all, before we carry on with the show, I want to announce that we've got some prizes. I want to thank Nintendo, who's given us some prizes. I want to thank funstock.co.uk. Throughout the episode, there is going to be like a little buzzer, and when that buzzer goes off, we're going to be giving away random prizes throughout the episode. So, right, Steve, have you got that sound effect already? So when you hear that sound, that means we're giving away a prize, okay? It's as simple as that. So let's... Right, okay, that's one prize. Who's going to be the prize-giving person? Come on. There you go. Give some prizes. Here we go. Ali, what have we got? Right, it looks like we have got some t-shirts from Nintendo. Thanks very much to the Big N for actually doing that.
And some Pikmin hats as well.
And some Pikmin hats, alright? So who's going to hand these out then, guys? There's a little helper over there. Come on over, grab the prizes. And hand out some prizes to some of the people out there. There we go, distribute them. There we go, look, it's our little helper here. There we go, who wants that? There we go, put your hands up if you want a prize. There we go, there's another hat. Put your hands up if you want a prize. There we go, a Pikmin hat. Oh, look at that. We've got more people to the left.
Up this way.
We've got more people to the left. Turn around, turn around. You're just doing that side. There we go, that's it. Now we've got some pink t-shirts there, this is... Who wants some of these? Who wants... Here we go, look, over here at the front, a pink t-shirt. There we go. There we go, Super Mario t-shirt. There we go, fantastic. Our little helper is doing amazing. There we go, more giveaways. Right, is that... Oh, one more over there. And we've got one more t-shirt. Who wants that t-shirt? Who would like that Wow, look at that. We just keep on giving stuff away. Wow. Again, thanks to Nintendo for this. Yeah, really appreciate it.
We're spawning Pikmin everywhere by the looks of it now.
Yeah. And we want to see you wearing these hats or wearing these t-shirts as well. Why not? Put them on. Put them on your heads. Obviously, if it's a hat, if it's a t-shirt, put the t-shirt on. Right, so next up as well, we've got more prizes to give away. Again, by the lovely Nintendo. Here we go. Who wants some Pikmin? What is it? Patches? There we go. Hand them out, Ali. Ali's doing a wonderful job down there. Now, it's not always we actually hand out prizes during the podcast, but since this is a live episode, we decide why not bribe you guys with some prizes so you can like us even more. Yay, fantastic. Yay, give us a yay. You like your prizes. Fantastic. Woo, he likes us as well. Fantastic. Look, some more people in the back.
Nothing beats free stuff.
Now we've buttered you up. Hopefully you'll enjoy the rest of the show. Now we've given you some prizes. Oh, what's that? You're haggling? He wants he's giving away the hat for a badge. Right, we've got one more hat. Oh, there we go. Don't worry, we've got loads of prizes left throughout the rest of the hour that we'll be giving away. We got one more Pikmin thing. Who wants that? No. Anyone? Fantastic, there we go. So let's start talking about why we're here then. Now, a long time ago, when I was a youngster, I used to come down to Margate when I was at school. We used to go on summer trips, and that's why I wanted to come down to this event so badly, because I heard there's going to be loads of retro games, consoles, and there's nothing like playing these machines at the seaside. I've got such a vivid memory of them. Well, tell us about your opinion on this then, Ali.
Yeah, my parents used to bring me and my brother down here when Bembron Brothers was going. Probably the most lasting memory I have was my brother making me go on that pirate ship that went upside down, and I'm still trying to live through it now. The memories, they're still painful.
Did anyone else here used to go down to the Bembon Brothers there, like the actual fairground that they had down there? Oh, we've got someone over there, fantastic, and someone there. But yeah, if you remember Margate back in the heyday of it, you know, every summer it was filled with loads of families, absolutely everywhere, playing games. You know, the parents would give the children some money to go and put in the arcade machines, and I loved that. So let me ask the same question then to Andrew. So what's your memory of Margate back in the day?
I spent a lot of time at Dreamland, the theme park just around the back here.
Oh, that was the name before it was Bembon
Yeah.
Brothers, or maybe after.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been there, and I know at the moment it's closed and it's been refurbished, and I know that the people here at GEEK went there because there's a big gaming sort of... I've forgotten the name of it. But still, yeah, basically there's a bit of a connection between GEEK and Dreamland here.
All right, so I'll fire the same question over to Paul over there.
Yeah, one of the things I remember from Bembron Brothers was something called the cheesy dog, which was the
What was that?
It was a hot dog, and I was very ill on the train back home after having a cheesy dog and going on the Mary Rose. The other thing I remember is that my brother was great at fruit machines, so I used to gamble part of my pocket money that my parents would give me to give it to my brother on the basis that he could win more money on fruit machines and then give it to me to put into golf, Star Wars, track and field, and all of the great arcade machines that were kind of down there on the front.
All right then, guys, so we've talked a little bit about our memories of like Margate and so on, so let's just talk about GEEK then. Now, it's the first time I've actually been down here. I couldn't make it last year, unfortunately, and luckily we got invited by the lovely lady over there to actually perform here at GEEK, and I'm absolutely ecstatic, you know. I'm lost for words how much I've actually enjoyed myself. So, Ali, why don't you tell us then about the best things about GEEK so far you've enjoyed today?
I've been to quite a few different expos. Again, it's the first time I've been to GEEK. First thing that struck me was the atmosphere, to be honest with you. Really nice, family-orientated atmosphere. I've been to other ones, some in London, and they're extremely busy, you know, they're not very personal, but this one felt much more welcoming to families, and I feel guilty that I didn't bring my little boy with me today, and I'm definitely bringing him back next year.
But don't you think that sort of really transports you back to the good old days when you were a youngster and you used to come down as a kid? And this is what I think GEEK have done amazingly. You know, it really feels like that. So the same thing over to Paul then. What's your view on GEEK so far?
Well, the main thing is having come last year, having found out about it.
Yeah.
The one great thing this year is that how much bigger it feels. It feels that, you know, we came on the Friday, I think, last year, and it was really busy. But walking in today, at like pretty much as soon as it opened, it was absolutely packed. And just that, when you walk down and you just see people, there's a load of sofas put together, and there's kids who wouldn't have met each other before, but there's like a 4-player game of Power Stone or GoldenEye, something like that, and everyone just kind of leaps in. Nobody kind of hogs the games. Everyone knows, you know, to hand it over after a certain amount of time, and it is just that kind of positive vibe that the kind of retro community and the indie game community do have over, you know, some of the kind of huge events that take place here in the States.
All right, now before I pass you over to Andrew, I just want to quickly say that one of the things that I've enjoyed absolutely loads is just watching kids play games that are a lot older than them. You know, machines that are about 20 years older than them, and I just find that fascinating. Kids playing Bubble, playing sort of like a beat 'em up on a console like the Sega Mega Drive, and I just find that absolutely fantastic that gaming is absolutely timeless, you know. Like Paul plays like loads of gaming, you know, with his son. His son's over there. Give us a little wave. Yay, he's helping us out. So then, yeah, back to you then, Andrew. What's your experience so far of GEEK?
It's been a great experience so far. I competed in the Classic Gaming Championships downstairs.
And tell us how you've been doing. So you've already told us about 20 million times. Go for it.
Yeah, I finished third overall.
Well done, Andrew.
Yeah, a round of applause for him.
He's been
I know
wishing
there's
it
a
all day.
lot of people competing, so
Yeah.
being third out of the whole lot is pretty
And
mind-blowing.
what games did you excel in then? What games will Retro Collect doing? Because I think it's Retro Collect and who else is doing it?
And replay events.
And Replay the events are actually running competition, and I think they've done a fantastic job. You know, I wish I would have signed up. I wouldn't have been any good, but... So yeah, tell us the game that you actually excelled in.
That's Sega Rally.
Sega Rally.
Yep, many years of practice.
All right, and what's your score on Sega Rally?
Well, I was 4 seconds off the top time, but still I finished second in that, so that's enough points to carry me up the table, as it were. So I was happy with that.
Okay, so anyone else want to talk about anything amazing that they've discovered here at GEEK then so far, Ali? Well, okay, that looks like we've got another prize. Hold it up, here comes Ali. What are we going to give away now then, guys? Here we go. What are we giving away? So how are we going to do this then, Ali? Are we just going to sort of like first person to... Who? All right, what have we got here? Grab your mic and tell them. Okay, we've got 2 PS1 games, Micro Machines V3 and Rayman. So who's got a PlayStation 1 and who wants one of these games? All right? Yeah, actually, rather than just putting your hands up, I want to hear you guys say, no, I want this game. So who wants the PS1 game?
I want this game!
Right, come on. The person who shouts it the loudest will get the game. Wow, okay.
This guy in the red.
All right, and
gentleman here is very loud.
doing well. Okay, so this side, come on, this side here. Who wants a game?
Let's go.
Well, there you go. He was just about to shout. Fantastic. So there we
Who was
go.
the loudest?
Yeah, so well done. Congratulations. Like I said, we'll be giving away loads of prizes. If you look right behind us here on the stage, we've got loads of bits and bobs that we'll be giving you lot throughout the stage. Right, so I think what we'll do then, we'll move on to our next section then. Right, so what I'd like to do now, over there is Darren from ABC Start. Darren, make your way over here, buddy. Double. There he goes, gentlemen. Hands over there, hands up. Fantastic.
So I have this frame to give away today, to anyone who wants it.
Right, now the next question is, how are we going to give this away? We hadn't even thought about it. We wanted to be spontaneous. So, spontaneous, disorganised, one of the two. So, Darren, how are we going to do it?
Well, I think, if anything, you know, what I would like to say is, how many of you have played Bubble Bobble here? How many of you would say you're fans?
Right, okay, I see
Right.
a big show of hands.
I want each one of you to tell me, what is the highest level you got to?
Oh, but they
And
could...
don't lie. Don't lie.
He would know. Darren would know.
With or without cheating?
Yeah, well, there we go. Without me, there's about save states. I know you people.
2.
Save states, yeah.
Level 2, okay, okay.
Good.
I don't know. No.
All right, now come, I think we should
How about
do...
yourself down there? Because you look like you're an experienced veteran of this.
Me and a friend got to level 82 once.
82.
Wow, okay.
Who can beat level 82? Come on.
Come on.
Liar!
I think you deserve it. I think
Yep,
you
all
deserve
right.
this.
82
Do you
is
think,
very
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
give him a
right.
round of applause. There we go. Thank you very much. Darren will bring you this prize. So before we actually send Darren back, because he's been working hard all day, why don't you tell us a little bit about the shop, the store that you've got there and your online?
Well, basically what I do is beat sprite art using a lot of pixel art. Most of the things I would actually work on is retro games. Some special things I do, there's a lot of people that order off me for like Mario wall designs, things get out of different Mario levels, I do canvas pieces just like that as well, like Pac-Man and Donkey Kong. I also do, like, there's people as well who would ask me for, let's say for example, one customer asked me for a present for her parents for their anniversary. So she sent me a picture and I pixelized the picture and then I beaded the actual full picture of them. Which was a really huge A2 type poster size. So there's a lot of specialist things to do like that, but mostly I always go back to retro gaming, so I do, because that's where, you know,
Yeah, of
my
course.
passion is.
And what is your favourite piece then that you've created? What sells the best as well?
What sells the best? For some reason I know so Sonic the Hedgehog is one of the biggest sellers.
Yeah.
Legend of Zelda. Super Mario, Mario Kart is a really good seller, and then there's like a lot of key rings I do from all different things as well. My favourite piece that you were saying there a moment ago, my favourite piece I've done so far was a piece I've done for myself, which is a large bust of Shredder and a full-size ones of the Turtles, which are from the Turtles in Time Choosers character screen and stuff like that as well.
Yeah.
And they are absolutely huge. You're talking like about 20 odd inches tall each.
Fantastic. A lot of sort of time and effort goes into that. So yeah, I want everyone to give Darren a big round of applause. And if you haven't bought any of his stuff, check out his shop, which is just
Thank you
over
very
there. Thank you very much, mate. Right, so let's move on to the next section. Oh, wow, here we go. Another
While I'm
prize.
still standing.
Oh, prizes. Here we go. We're just giving prizes away. Right, so what do we have next? Let's see, what's Ali going to go for? Right, here we go. We've got a little Sega Nano, which is in the style of an arcade machine. And apparently it comes with 10 games. It's got Alien Storm, Golden Axe, Golden Axe 3, and loads more. So again, who wants one of these? Right, so hands are up. And again, let's do it fair. whoever shouts out the loudest, I want the Sega Nano. Okay. Let's do it once again because I didn't quite hear you. Right, who wants a Sega Nano? Shout out. Right, Ali, so who do you think we should give this Sega Nano to?
I think he was the loudest.
Only because it's right in front of us.
Yeah? All right, yeah, then we can't be bothered to walk down the floor. All right, this is a bit where I get off the stage and try not to trip over the mic wire. So here we go. Let me give you that. Well done, congratulations. Now that was given to us by funstock.co.uk. If you haven't checked out the online shop, check it out because they've got a large selection of retro gaming sort of goodies. It's amazing. So check out funstock.co.uk. Right, so what is the... Oh, what's that?
I'm going to hijack you.
You're going to hijack? All right, we've got someone from Retro Collect that's going to hijack us.
I'm not retro.
All right,
Level Up Games.
get a mic. Grab a mic and tell us. We're being hijacked here. Go on.
I just heard the giveaway you just did a moment ago.
Yeah.
Now we're at GEEK. I'm from Level Up Games.
Oh, Level Up Games. Oh, you're just wearing a t-shirt.
Yeah, I know. We got hijacked by Retro Collect the other day.
Okay, that explains it.
We've got these multi-taps for the PS1. I wanted to give this away to whoever got the White Micro Machines V3 because it's a 4-player game. This is going to be so key to you and your gaming.
Wow, okay, so here we go. Who got the Micro Machines game? Oh no, the actual game. There you go. You got the Micro Machine games on the PS1, and that is a multi-tap, so you'll be able to play. Now, for those of you that haven't used the multi-tap, those are a little bit too young to remember back in the days, this gave you the option to sort of like, obviously, multi-play with loads of players, basically. So we really appreciate you doing this, the kindness and generosity, so thank you so much. What is your name, sir?
Alex.
Hey, can we give Alex a big round of applause?
Thank you very much.
Cheers, Alex.
And Andy, I was just going to say that with the games that were being played down on the floor downstairs and with multi-taps, it's probably one of the things which is so great and we see with new development of games like kind of Hogg and Barry Ball, Sports Friends, kind of encouraging that kind of couch play rather than online play stuff.
Yeah.
And going back and playing kind of Micro Machine 4 players, just one of the best, most fun experiences. Online gaming's great, but actually being in the same room, being able to take the mickey out of your mates
right there,
rather than just over some audio over a headset is fantastic. Another one of the great things about kind of why we love retro gaming so much as well.
Completely, totally agree. Yeah, fantastic. So, right, what's our next section then?
Why we game?
Right. So, who will go first then? Who wants to tell us why we game? So, we'll start with you, Andrew. Right, tell us how old are you and how long have you been gaming and why you game?
I'm 30 years old. I've been gaming as long as I can remember, and why I game is generally just fun. I don't take it too seriously, even though today I got third place in the
we know. Yeah, he's already told us about 1,000 times.
But I don't take it too seriously. If I lose, I don't exactly throw the controller around, but
there's no controller age there.
No, none at all. I may get a little frustrated. Maybe like the really old games, which like the NES hard games. Yeah. But other than that,
What was the first system you actually owned then, Andrew?
It was a Commodore 64.
Right. So how old were you when you got your first Commodore 64? And before you answer that, did anyone here actually own a Commodore 64? This gentleman again, he's a veteran of gaming there by the looks of it. There we go. Commodore 64, and over there, fantastic machine, and Steve, our sound man over there, who's doing a fantastic job, by the way. Thank you very much, Steve. Cheers. Right, so what was the first game that you had for the C64 that you got given?
It was a compilation tape, and the only game I can remember was Trivial Pursuit.
Right.
Sorry. And I can't even remember how the questions went, but I know I was good at it for a 5-year-old.
Well done, okay. So we'll move on over to Paul over there. So why do you game and how old are you? So let's say we get a little feedback from you. Tell us your story.
Didn't realise this is a kind of Gamers Anonymous meeting. I have to stand up and admit I am a gamer.
You can if you like. You can if you like, mate.
No, well, I'm 38, and why do I game? Because I spend too many parts of the rest of my life being serious and having to be a professional, and I just like having fun, breaking out, and especially playing with my son. It's great. You know, once
is your son actually better than you?
He's better than me at Power Stone 2.
Right.
definitely, as he was displaying earlier on today down on the floor. I do feel myself drifting back a little bit on my skills.
Right,
on the older
a
games.
bit of wear and tear, you know,
so
not getting any younger.
I'm getting a bit, he's accelerating a little bit, but it's great fun.
So what was the first machine that you actually owned? What was it?
It was a Dragon 32.
Dragon 32. Did anyone here actually own a Dragon 32? Anyone? There's rumours of silence. No one by the sounds of it. So you're on your own here, buddy.
It was a great, and we talked about this in one of the Christmas podcasts.
Yeah.
It had one game, which is a game called Adventure, and the computer lasted 24 hours. Boxing Day, it just.
Why don't you tell us this little sad story? Go on. You want a little bit of sympathy. What happened to your Dragon?
Well, the thing is, what we realised was that my dad bought it months before Christmas,
right?
And we could hear noises coming from kind of downstairs. And he would just blitzed it and played it for months and months and months, and I think he just kind of burnt it out by the time.
So your
Christmas
dad
Day
basically was playing with your Christmas present months in advance. So when you finally did open it, it didn't last more than a few days.
Yeah, I think he just got a preview from Santa and he blew it away. Although there was a rumour that my brother put a mince pie on the top of it, and something may have seeped inside, but he's never really owned up to it yet.
All right, so the same question then. We'll ask Ali here. So Ali, why do you game?
It's very much similar to Paul actually. I work in London. It's a quite an intense job, so the hours that I get away from it, I like to kind of relax, unwind, and kind of forget about what my real life is like sometimes, and jump into the kind of game world and just not worry about life.
And what was the first system you owned?
The first system I owned personally, which I could call, well, half mine, was me and my brothers, was an Atari 2600.
Right, okay. And what game did you play? Was it the junior version? Was it the Woody version?
Woody version, which I still own. And
you still own?
Still works. I can think of many, but the one that sticks out in my mind the most is the one me and my brother played against each other, which was Combat.
Okay.
Which I've played recently with my little boy as well, and we played it probably longer than any other game out of my whole collection.
Right, did anyone here actually own an Atari 2600? Here we go, gentlemen here at the front, some people at the back own a 2600. So, right, let's move on to me then, like why I game. As long as I can remember, since I was about 3 or 4, I was a hyperactive little kid, running around, sort of really annoying my parents, and then one Christmas they decided to sort of like, I don't know, chill me out for a little bit. So they bought me an Atari Junior, but the one that I really love more than anything, I'm slightly cheating here, is my ZX Spectrum. I had a ZX Spectrum Plus 2, so did anyone here had a Plus 2 or a ZX Spectrum at all? This gentleman had every single system there, and this gentleman down here, and at the back. Now, what I loved about the ZX Spectrum was that originally it was a system that I didn't actually want. I originally asked for a Commodore 64. Now, for those of you that don't know, the ZX Spectrum didn't have the greatest audio, it had color clash, so if a character went behind a certain colored object, it would absorb the color of that thing. So that's the reason why I wanted a C64. So one Christmas, I went downstairs, my mum said, here you go, I've got a little present for you. She basically, I thought she was going to give me a C64, I unwrapped it, and to my disappointment, I had a ZX Spectrum. Now, I was really disheartened. I was like, but I had to stand there and smile, and she asked me, do you like it? I was like, yeah, I love it, but deep down inside, I was crying. And then I actually played it because, I didn't have anything else to play with that Christmas, and I loaded up my tape, took about 10 minutes, had a cup of tea, had my dinner, read a book, and the game finally loaded. And I tell you what, I've never looked back. It's probably one of my favourite systems ever. Despite the music not being that fantastic, the programmers did some amazing work on that system, Like, if you think about the arcades that they had out there, the ZX Spectrum was this tiny little machine with hardly any power, but credit to the programmers who made these amazing arcade conversions. So I would go and play arcade games in Margate during the summer, then I'd pester my parents to get me some games on the ZX Spectrum. Fair enough, they didn't look as good or didn't sound as good, but you know what? That kept me happy. So yeah, that's my little story of why I play games. Thank you very much. He's clapping there. Thank you very much. And sympathy clap. Another prize. Right. So Ali, look, our little helper's really excited. What are we giving away now, buddy? Right. Here we go. Oh, all right. We got 2 PS2 games. Right, so nicely modelled here by Ali, we've got the Taito Legends 2, and then we've also got Simpsons Hit and Run. So, we see someone getting all excited and happy there.
There's definitely some
You've already won.
hyperventilation.
Yeah, he's already won, but okay. How are we
You've
doing
won
this?
twice. The multi-tap and the...
Right, so Ali, we do the same thing again then. Who wants, all right, Simpsons Hit and Run. Who wants this game on the PS2?
What are we saying?
Come over here. Let's hear you on the microphone. Right, ready, here we go.
This is gonna kill.
So, do you want a certain game? Which game do you want?
I want Simpsons Hit and Run!
I think we've got a winner here, so let's just give him the Simpsons Hit and Run. There we go. He just seems really, really happy for it. All right, so we've got one more game, which is the Tato's Legends. Which number is that? Tato's Legend 2. It's got some amazing games there. So who would like this game here? Anyone? There we go. Over the back down there. Arms straight up. There we go. There's your game. Fantastic. So what is our next section then? Name the game. Now, yeah, he loves name the game. Now, if you've never listened to our podcast before, the way this works is someone will pick a game while the other two people try and guess the game they're actually thinking. They can only answer in yes or no. So, dude, do you want to take over this part?
Well, certainly, it's the one that has the least pressure. Because I don't have to guess the game, I just have to come up with the game. So,
Right, so Paul,
everyone else feels the heat.
So, guys, feel free to play along as well. So, Paul's going to think of a game, and Ali and Andrew are going to try and guess it. They're going to take turns. He can only answer in yes or no. So, Paul, have you thought of a game?
I've got one.
Right, let's rock and roll. Ask a question.
Is it a platformer?
No.
Right, over to you, mate.
Is it a racer?
No.
Shoot 'em up.
No.
Does it involve a mascot?
No.
All right, does anyone here have any ideas what this game could be?
CD or cartridge?
No. No.
Is it CD?
No.
Cartridge?
No.
Tape.
Yes.
Right, okay, so you carry on because you've already guessed one, so every time you guess one right.
Commodore 64.
Yes.
Oh, getting warmer. Anyone, any ideas? Go and keep them going, Ali, you're doing fantastic,
Was
buddy.
it also available on the Spectrum?
It was.
Right. Anyone guessing which game this is? It's a tape, it was on the C64, it was also on the ZX Spectrum, which is probably the version I had. But come on then. Come on.
Was it better on the C64?
Of course it was.
I don't want to start a Spectrum versus C64.
I was wondering if it was
Knives at dawn.
I was wondering if you've been cheeky and picked a certain game that there's a running joke on the Retro Asylum about which is the better, the Spectrum or the
If
C64.
you're asking is it Quick Snacks?
Yes.
No, it's not Quick Snacks.
Right, okay. Now, Quick Snacks is a running joke. It was made by the Oliver twins. The Spectrum version's a lot better than the C64 version. But yeah, where were we?
Lots of no's.
Lots of no's. So you've got a no then. Over to Andrew.
I can't think of any C64 games, even though
All right.
I don't want.
Try and think of some gaming companies then. You know, back on the 8-bit days then.
Ocean.
There we go.
Was it by Ocean?
Yes.
By the way, guys, you can help. Oh, okay, I want everyone on this side here to help out Andrew, and everyone on this side here to help out Ali, just to make it a little bit easier. So, you said Ocean, so you've got another turn.
Yep. Anyone?
Was it based on a film?
Is it based on a film?
It's not based on a film.
Ah, you've ruined it now. Over to... Puts you back to me. Yeah, go on, Ali. Can Ali do it? So, feel free to help Ali out.
Was it a Taito conversion?
Was it a
It
Tato?
was not.
It wasn't a Tato conversion, so back over to
Was it
Andrew.
an arcade conversion?
Was it an arcade conversion?
It's a tricky one.
It's either an arcade conversion or
I would actually say yes, it is, although it's not known by that in the arcade.
Right, so okay, that's giving a
It was
little
a
bit of a clue.
cheeky arcade conversion.
So is that a clone? I'm not even playing this game, so why? I've got so involved in the.
I
Go on,
can't
Andrew.
think of all the Ocean games which were out on the C64, and I can't think of any.
Come on, anyone else there? So it's a no.
I'll give you a clue. That
Right.
think of more the Spectrum, because that's what it's known for.
Right.
And it came out in 1984, I believe.
Anyone? Anyone? I'm completely stumped.
I think he knows.
No.
Go on then.
Is it the one when in the first level you got to beat the waiter and whenever you touch the water you lose like 5 lives?
No.
No. He was so confident that that was the game.
Oddly specific, we call that.
PS2 game.
Right, so, okay,
I'm out.
move on over to Ali, and don't forget, you can help Ali out then.
People that listen to the podcast will know how rubbish I am at this
Yeah, Ali
game.
takes on forever, so you might have to give these guys a bit of a
It
clue.
tends to be in the computer side, and I was always a console man, so I get lost. So
Go on then.
we'll go back on genres then. Is it a beat 'em up?
No.
Right, so it's not a beat 'em
I
up.
thought I was picking quite an easy one.
I bet you picked the hardest game. Go on. Anyone over there? So,
Anyone?
possibly an arcade conversion. It was on the C64 and on the ZX Spectrum. By Ocean. Come on. You want to pass?
Yeah, I'm going to pass.
I'll give you one more.
One more clue then. Oh, wait, hold up.
Is it a puzzle game?
It's not.
It's not a puzzle game.
I would say
Wow.
it was probably responsible for more broken joysticks than any other home console.
Oh, okay, broken joystick. So, for those of you that were back in the days, certain games involved in
Daley Thompson.
Daley Thompson's
Daley
the
Thompson's fantastic. Well done.
Ali wins.
Well
That's
done.
the only game I know.
Right.
I had that as well on the C64.
You
should
got it
have
wrong
got that
there. So, okay, what we'll do now then? Hand out another prize.
Prize time.
Ali, you ready? Here we go. Right, so what are we giving away now? I mean, by the end of this, everyone in this, crowd area is going to end up with a prize. Yay, that's what you like.
You got a prize already.
Wow, okay. Now, once we played Name the Game on the actual podcast, and I could not guess the game that Ali was going on about. And today, he showed me this game here, which is Gunship. And you know what? I still never heard of it. So how are we giving this away then? Here we go. I'll
Who
let you
here
go.
actually still has the Spectrum that can actually play this game if we give it to you?
Anyone have a ZX Spectrum? No one's got a ZX Spectrum. Oh, there we go. Come on then. There we go. Well done. Fantastic. How many more prizes have we got, by the way?
A lot.
We got.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do one more prize. I'm feeling a little bit generous. Let's give an. There we go. It's the sound effects.
Does that mean 2 or 1?
Right. Should we do some T-shirts? Let's do some T-shirts, by the way.
Yep, that one will do.
Andy, I've got a suggestion. What about give the prize to the person who's come the furthest?
Oh
for
yeah,
Margate
no, but they
today?
could make this up. Right.
It's from America.
Right. We want to
Good
hear the
shot,
American
Steve.
accent
Good
then in
shot.
that case.
American.
All right. So how are we doing this then? We've got some T-shirts. Right. So how are we doing this?
Yeah, furthest away, Andy.
The teacher.
Little Big Planet
Well, okay,
t-shirt.
we got a Little Big Planet T-shirt. Who wants a Little Big Planet T-shirt? All right. Someone that hasn't got a prize. We can't give this young man the prizes all the time. Right. So who wants that Little Big Planet T-shirt? All right. Come on.
It
Who's
is-
in
it
the
is
pit?
very small.
He's teasing. He's teasing.
I do want
Oh, he's walking past. No, you can't give him all the prizes. Oh, he was teasing all along. Well done.
I couldn't help it.
Will that fit? It's not like what size is that?
I don't know. Let's take a look here.
Extra small.
Ah, there we go.
Don't be an
Extra junior extra large. What does that mean for adults?
Yeah, I have no
very
idea.
big.
You can try and squeeze into it and let us know if it actually fits. There we go.
I think that means can I have another T-shirt?
Yeah, we need another T-shirt. We need another T-shirt. That T-shirt's a bit too small. Let's give this to someone that it might actually fit. All right. Come on then.
Do a swap there.
Do a swap.
that one. Bringing back Swap Shop.
And what T-shirt have you got there,
There,
sir?
That still seems.
Standard large. This will do.
Fantastic. He's happy. There we go. And by the way, I'm loving the Ghostbusters T-shirt. Absolutely fantastic. I love Ghostbusters. One of my favourite movies of all time. And I love. It's fantastic. And the game by who was it? David Crane who did it? For Activision. Ghostbusters. One of the best movie conversions ever. Right. So what have we got? Oh,
Oh, it's just coming out.
there we
I was
go.
about to say we could have given it to the smallest audience member, but we can't exactly
Oh,
see.
sorry.
Yeah.
Well, that would be this.
Right, so now what we're going to do then, we're going to play a game it's called Guess the Game. Now we need some interaction from the audience down here, so we need 2 people to come up on stage. So let's have a look. Oh, but before you start raising your hands, let me just quickly tell everyone, what is our amazing prize, Ali?
The prize for this one is actually a Sega Mega Drive, all cables, along with Sonic the Hedgehog and Mega Games 1.
All right, do you want to pick that up and actually show it off? Ali, do you want to show it off? All right, so we need 2 people up on stage. All right, and then we'll explain the rules.
That's my bag.
I'd say if this was a WWF,
Wow.
I think someone would say that business is just
There we
picked
go.
up.
All right, so if you can come up, okay, what games? We've got Sonic the Hedgehog, we've got the Mega Games, what's that, one collection?
Yep, Super Hang On,
There we go.
Columns, and World Cup Italian 90.
Right, so who wants to come up on stage and be in the chance? Right. All right, over there, waving the bottle. There's one. Oh, he's just come up on stage. We didn't even have to be told. Right, okay. Now, the way this is going to work, we're going to take this in turns. If you'd like to grab a microphone. And if you'd like to grab a microphone. Now, first of all, what is your name?
Laura.
Nice to meet you, Laura. Thank you very much for being on the Retro Asylum podcast. And what is your name, sir? Nice to meet you, Matt. Right, so the way this Guess the Game is going to work, we're going to sort of like play some music, and the audience will get to sort of see who does this the best. All right, so play one track, and whoever sort of shouts out the name of the game first, that's 1 point to them. It's the best out of 3, basically. Now, did I do a good enough job explaining that?
Yeah, divide the crowd, yes again.
Yeah, okay, yeah, so you can help out this side, and then you can help out this side over here. So, right, let's have that first. Do you understand the rules?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you hear the music and you know what it is, just shout it out, and then you guys can decide who's actually won that point. You get 3 points, or best out of 3, they win a Sega Mega Drive. Right.
Ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Mario.
All right, who got that? This side? Okay, this side over here, that's 1 point to you. So what's your name again?
Laura.
Laura, 1 point to Laura. Fantastic. I love the music to Mario, it's fantastic. Right, so what's up next then?
Sonic, probably.
No! Oh, what could this game be? Anyone? That's a clue. Ready, come on. Can you name the game? If you know it, shout it out. Can you do this?
Outrun?
Outrun.
Ah, there we go. Outrun. All right, so that's 1 point to this young man over here.
I'm supposed to be helping you!
All right. What's that? 1-on-1, yeah, I was wondering what that meant. That's 1-1-all. Right, so I love, who's played Outrun, by the way, by Sega? It's a fantastic game. I absolutely love it. If you haven't played it, check it out, it's superb. Right, I think I might listen to that in the car on the way back home tonight. Right, next, what song we got next? And who knows what this is? Right, anyone? Can you do it? Right. Hold up.
F-Zero.
Yay! That's 2. So have we got a winner? Fantastic. We've got a winner. So a big round of applause. There we go. Fantastic. Well done. Yeah, thank you for playing. There we go. After all these prizes we're giving away, guys, you really need to listen to our podcast. We're in iTunes. We're the Retro Asylum podcast. Right. So what have we got next then? We got 5 minutes, all right, fantastic. What have we got next then? We have got our favourite games section. Right, so let's talk about our favourite games then. Paul, we'll start with you. What is your favourite game?
Out of everything?
Out of everything, more than anything you've ever played. Keep it retro-wise, so that way, you know.
Star Wars Arcade, the original Atari wireframe.
Did anyone here used to play the original Star Wars Arcade by Atari? Yeah, a few hands have gone up down there. So what was it? Not too sure, or you liked it?
I had the Amiga version.
Oh, you had the Amiga version. Okay, that's not a bad conversion.
That's not bad, that's not bad. It's the only game we actually using the Force made a real difference to me as a child back then in Wroxham up in Norfolk.
Yeah.
Boys of Wroxham, there used to be an arcade up on the bridge when we used to go on holiday on the Norfolk Broads up there, and if you just relaxed and used the Force, you played much better.
Alright, so tell us then, what did this arcade machine look like? 'Cause it had a very distinctive look.
Well, there was 2. There was the upright version, and then there's the sit-down version.
And you're referring to the sit-down version?
Sit-down version is the only way to go.
And did you really think you were Luke?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah, willing suspension of disbelief and lots of tempies, and anything can happen.
Alright, fantastic. Then we'll move on to Ali. So, what is your favourite game ever?
That's a very hard question. I have lots. If I look back at it logically and say my favourite console was a Super Nintendo, so I'm going to say the first game I ever completed and put a lot of hours into it was Super Mario World.
Right, fantastic. So anyone here, we got any love for Super Mario World? Yeah, a few hands got up there. Fantastic. It's an amazing game. What was it about this Mario game that really appealed to you more so than any other Mario game?
I don't know, because that was actually the first Mario game I ever played.
Okay, so you hadn't ever played the ones on the 8-bit NES?
I had a Master System, Sega Master System,
Right.
so I didn't have any exposure to the NES whatsoever, so it was my first exposure to Mario, really, so just loved it from that moment to now.
And did you complete it?
I did.
What was it, 96 levels? Is that right, 96 levels, I think?
96 levels, but I completed it.
Yeah, it's one of the games that you could finish without actually doing all the levels, because you could skip certain levels by going through certain routes. So, question to you then, Andrew. What was your favourite game ever and why?
Same again, Super Mario World.
Oh no, you've got to pick something else. You can't have the same game.
Okay.
That's it. Can't pick the same game. Don't pick the game that I want to pick though.
Yeah, second favourite game then, Track and Field. in the
Okay.
arcade.
Wow. Okay. I thought you were my game.
That's my second as well.
Right. Track and Field. What? The arcade on the PS1, which was more of like an updated version. Which version?
The original arcade from 1983.
Right.
Just remember being on Clacton Pier, just tapping the buttons as hard as I can, like a maniac basically, just like tap tap tap. I always got stuck on the hammer level,
Yeah.
Me too.
which I don't know anyone who's got past it without like getting past it by luck, really.
Yeah.
So
Did you actually ever play the home conversions like the Spectrum, the C64, the Amstrad?
I did download the Xbox Live version,
Right.
which is
Oh yeah, so like an updated graphical looking like one.
yeah. It also had the original graphics and the original
Yeah.
sounds, which, well, basically that what's drawn me to it straight
Yeah.
away, because it's just so I can't describe the thing, but it's really good that when you throw the javelin
Yeah.
and just like
Yeah.
It's a very authentic version.
That's like a great impression, by the way, of that game. If
Cheers.
you've ever played it, that's exactly what it sounds like. So yeah, let's go on about my game. I was afraid these guys were going to pick the game that I had in mind. And my favourite game ever has to be Street Fighter 2. Yeah, there's some love for Street Fighter 2. Thank you so much. I think Street Fighter 2 is Turbo, I don't know. World Warriors, it was like the first time I played it. I think it's fantastic. I wasn't a big fan of Capcom's first Street Fighter, then Street Fighter 2 came out, and it really revitalized arcade gaming. Arcades were sort of like dying down slowly, sort of like in the late 80s, early 90s, and then Capcom released this like monster of a game, and it was amazing. Never before had I seen a game with such amazing graphics, so much sampled speech, playabilities, combos. Oh, this gentleman's got
Can I
something
ask
to say.
what character you liked?
Oh, it depends. Depends what sort of mood I'm in. You know, if I'm feeling a little bit angry, I go for Ken. If I'm feeling a little bit, in a good mood, I go for Ryu or Ryu, however you pronounce it. Which character do you go for?
Bison.
Bison.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, now, but which Bison is it? Because over here, it's a difference. Because Bison here was the main boss, the guy with the red hat and the red outfit.
Yeah, Dictator.
Yeah.
Dictator,
Yeah, because there was that massive change in the game, and I think Street Fighter to this day has never been bettered, and because you had games like Mortal Kombat, but that was more like the drafts when it came down to beat 'em ups, and then you had Street Fighter 2, which was like playing chess basically. You really had to time your moves, and I always thought I was pretty good at Street Fighter 2. I've beaten everyone that I've challenged up until last year at a gaming event. Oh, it wasn't you that beat me, did you? Have you ever beaten me at Street Fighter 2?
Yes.
I've beaten you more, so technically I'm the winner. So yeah, last time someone beat me, and I just couldn't believe it. I couldn't beat him once, so yeah. Street Fighter 2 is one of my favourite games. Now, we've got a few more prizes we've got to give away, so there we go, sound effects. Right, what have we got here? Right.
Come on, let's give away Andrew's bag.
First of all, I want to find out who has got a Commodore Amiga here. Anyone got a Commodore Amiga?
the guy in the purple shirt here.
The guy in the purple shirt. Right, has anyone, you got the Commodore Amiga? Yeah, alright, so which game is this then?
Purple game.
There we go, there's the logic on that. Purple shirt, purple cover. And what game is that? That's F-19.
Stealth Fighter.
Fantastic, congratulations. There you go, you can play that on your Amiga. Right, we've got a few more prizes to give away. What have we got now then, mate?
It's a
What
piggy
is
bank.
this?
It's a savings bank
Right.
with, what was it, Space Invaders, and you can pay to play basically.
So you can actually play Space Invaders on this. It's not just like a money box that looks like an arcade. You can actually play Space Invaders.
Yeah, it's just like the arcades.
Okay, so you put money in and then you play it, or can you just play it generally?
You can play it generally, but that was the
it helps you save money and you can play a classic. So who wants this Space Invaders money back? Yeah! Right.
I think we should give it to the man with the fake American accent of the
There we go, there we go. All right, so we've got, what, 2 more prizes? We've got 2 fantastic prizes, actually. Right, so which one we do? We've got the
Pac-Man, or we got Pac-Man.
Yeah, we got 2 different sort of Pac-Mans. So what we got is, if you describe it, Ali, what is this, mate? Describe what you have there.
This is the Namco TV plug and play. So you just pop some batteries in the bottom and plug these straight into your TV, and you get to the choice of playing Pac-Man. I think that's Gallagher, is it, or Galaxian?
It is, yeah.
But it's also got a couple of other games on it which are retro kind of arcade conversions, but I can't remember off the top of my head what they are. But real cool little fun things. Plug them straight in and away you go.
Right, so who actually wants to win this prize? So make some noise, here we go. All right, over there in the corner, he's been waving his arms throughout the whole episode of this podcast. He's got to win something, there we go. Right, we've got 1 more fantastic prize to give away.
And it's a good one.
It's a good one?
Yep.
Right, there we go. It's gaming related, but not quite, so... Where's my drink gone? I'll grab my bottle of water in a second.
It's all the way behind you.
All right, so what have we got here? Describe what this is. Ali, tell us what this is. Show it. Sorry, can I model it without dropping all the pieces?
It's like the Price is Right. Look.
Here we go. All right, so what is this? Come on. It's Pac-Man, a board game, and who's it by?
This is a Mills and Bradley version of Pac-Man, and it's the board game. Me and my brother actually had this when we were younger, and it was a real fun game to play. I've picked up a couple of them recently, hence this one being available. I sat down and played it with my son, and it's a real cool little game, yeah. But it's a nice collection piece for anyone that likes collecting retro.
All right, so again, make some noise. Who wants this? Right, someone we haven't picked up before. Go on, Ali, since this is your prize. Again, make some noise. In the middle. There we go. There we go. There we go. He was so happy with that. So guys, our prizes. So are we running out of time?
Shout-outs are closed down.
All right, so basically we would like to give a few shout-outs. So Paul, starting from you, give some shout-outs. Who would you like to thank?
I'd just like to thank everyone for coming and helping us enjoy a really fantastic event here, and I really look forward to coming along next year. And I'd like to thank my son as well, Wilson, over there for...
He's done a fantastic job. Round of applause for him. Fantastic. Well done. Right, Ali, who do you want to give a shout-out to?
I'd like to shout out our sponsors that have helped us put on this this podcast today. So
Yeah.
Who are they?
Yeah, so I'd like to thank Nintendo. Nintendo sponsored us. We'd also like to thank funstock.co.uk. I'd like to say a few thanks to a few people. First of all, to the lady over there who let us actually be here on stage and perform to you guys. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Hopefully next year you'll have us down for the whole 3 days that you actually have the event. Would love to.
Can we last that long?
And basically, I'd like to thank all of you here for actually being an amazing crowd. You know, please listen to the show. You can find it on iTunes. It's a Retro Asylum podcast. There we go. You can also buy one of these T-shirts as well if you go to the website. So that's me, Andrew.
Yep. Special thanks to Retro Collect.
Yep.
Being a great sponsor today. Also Repo Events for the UK Gaming Championships as well.
Right.
Where did you come in the UK?
Can you remind us again where you came?
I think it was third.
Third, wow, okay.
I mentioned it.
Now, I've got one more thanks I'd like to say actually. I'd like to thank Steve over here because Steve has been an absolute superstar.
Thank you, Steve.
Big hand to Steve for fixing up our audio. Thank you so much. Again, everyone stand up. That's us with the Retro Asylum podcast. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Wow.
Thank you. Good night.
Keep standing up. Make sure you download it, please. Look at iTunes.